Over the past year, I've been working on my dream Metroidvania game, but as of today, I have officially abandoned it. In this video, I'll explain why I did it and why you should do it too. Maybe. It all started when I decided to create a combination of my two favorite games, Hollow Knight and Hyper Light Drifter. At the beginning, everything went smoothly. Trees, combat, dashing, first boss, and so much more. But after a year of development and a year of running towards the finish line, I realized that I'm still in the same place. I have planned to create this massive game with countless bosses and secrets, but the truth is that this project is just too big for one person. It was time to ask myself a question. Do I want to work on the game for years, never release it, and be a failure my whole life? Or do I want to create a game with correct scope, release it on Steam, and... As the big boy I am, I decided to actually create the game. To me, working on a project that will never see the light of day is simply a waste of time. I gave myself a time constraint of 1 year, and this means that my game will need to be much smaller. What's this? Oh my, it's Vampire Survivors! That's right, I decided to create a Survivors game. What's that? Glad you asked. You have a player, an infinite map, and endless amounts of enemies. The goal is to survive for 15 minutes. After killing some monsters, the player can upgrade his character, which makes it easier to kill more monsters. This genre recently popped off, and honestly, I'm addicted to it. Don't get me wrong, creating this type of game will still be very hard, but much faster than my original game idea. My unique spin on it is that the combat is more active and more dynamic than in the original Vampire Survivors. I started working on this new game a few weeks ago, and it just so happens that I have already created a Steam page for it, so you can go wishlist it now. Yeah, I'll wait. You're done already? Thank you. And if you're working on some kind of project yourself, I strongly advise you to ask yourself the same question. Is the scope small enough? And can I make the scope even smaller? After all, it's way better to create something small than to work on something for years and years and eventually abandon it anyway. I wish you all the best on your journey, and if you want to follow my journey, subscribe.